Right there.
No,
Now you gotta work it down. You can lean back and you can lean all the way back.
Yeah, you can lean back. You do whatever you want to do.
Now you gotta work it down.
Get set, go.
You gotta work it down.
Get it back up, baby. Start over.
You gotta work it down.
Shake it, baby.
You got it's on your eyeball. Oh yeah, you got keep on working. Yeah, go baby. Go Lena, go.
Come on, Dad. Come on, got it, baby. Come on.
Topping our news tonight at 10, a man wanted for double Gulfport has now been arrested. Details are limited at the time, but Gulfport police tell us Christopher Davis was captured in Gulfport.
People who witnessed the telling me disturbing details of what happened Tuesday night on Graves Avenue. Those witnesses understandably didn't want to go on camera, but they told me that Elena Davis was staying with Koritnik Graves at his home because she was hiding from her husband, Christopher Antoine Davis.
"75 miles east of New Orleans, Louisiana, across the state line is Gulfport, Mississippi. Gulfport is the second largest city in Mississippi after the state capital, Jackson. The city has a population of about 73,000 people and lies right along the Gulf Coast in southern Mississippi, taking its name from its ports on the Gulf Coast on the Mississippi Sound. In this city, on the water, an alleged love triangle stemmed off of an unhealthy relationship led to jealousy, a house fire, and an unaliving of 2 people. However, some of this news was not as surprising to authorities because the alleged suspects were already wanted on a no-bond warrant for some previous incidents. 50-year-old Elena Davis was raised and brought up in Gulfport, Mississippi, and graduated from Gulfport High School. She went on to attend the University of Alabama and also studied at Alabama A&M University. She would go on to her chosen career helping others and became a licensed professional counselor. Elena believed in always striving to do what you love to do, and that is how she lived her life. Outside of counseling, she was an awesome baker and made delicious pound cakes in a variety of flavors, plus other cakes and cupcakes that she sold for years. As for the rest of her life, her first and main focus was her 2 children, a now 11-year-old son and a 20-year-old daughter. The 2 were definitely her pride and joy, and she enjoyed celebrating every special moment in their lives. As for her love life, she was married to 51-year-old Christopher Davis, and she stated a few years back that when he showed up in their world, from day one, he would show her and her 2 kids nothing but love. It appeared that the 2 began dating sometime in 2021 and got married in 2022. So the pair were still kind of in the beginning stages of marriage just 2 years in. For employment, Chris was a pipe fitter, and it seemed like he was making a good living, so the 2 together appeared to be having a beautiful life. He would flood her with love, plus nice things, and the pair enjoyed travel, family, and just being together. Chris seemed like the closest thing to perfect, always keeping a smile on his wife's face, while the 2 planned to grow together and motivate one another. On his social media, he often shared positive things and spoke about some of the past, not so positive things, but wanted to grow and be better every day. Coming into the new year of 2024, Chris had this to say: "Just sitting here reflecting on my past and realizing that this world we live in is not a perfect world. We as people can't let others choose our path. So in 2024, my life will be a different life. One of being humble, staying low, and letting others live for themselves. Not voicing my opinion on or about anything. We all have to learn these hard lessons in life on our own. To all the people that are here on the book, I wish you all love and prosperity in 2024. God bless." Chris' life was not always good, and he did about 14 years in prison, but life was different now, and all that was behind him. But something in the family dynamic did a 180 change for 2024, and by the end of the year, 2 people would lose their lives, and another one would end up in jail. In November of 2024, many people on social media became privy to something going on in Chris's life. On that date, he posted, "Don't nobody call my phone. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm hot as a MF right now. Ain't ish nobody can tell me about ish." Whatever the situation was, loved ones were in the comments trying to talk him down by convincing him to think things out and not get into a bad place. Now, the exact date is not clear when things went south, but multiple sources say around the same time, Chris had been making intimidating remarks against his wife, Elena. This was known because Elena filed an order of protection against her husband, and whatever he did, he was wanted for felony DV plus a no bond warrant for badgering. All these things were said to take place in the weeks before the tragedy took place. It was alleged that the pair were separated, possibly going through a divorce, and Elena had moved on. Some say she allegedly stepped outside of her marriage, and others say that Chris did not want to let her go, but what is known is things were getting bad quickly. So bad that Chris allegedly tried to burn down her beautiful home, and she ended up moving into another person's home to hide out. The last post that Chris made was telling and chilling only 2 days before the crime took place, saying, "You were my finest accomplishment, but my biggest disappointment." On November 26th at around 7:50 p.m., 50-year-old Elena Davis and 52-year-old Koritnik Graves were just sitting on a couch when the door was busted in at the home. The person that came in was 51-year-old Christopher Davis, and he began shooting both of them over and over before fleeing the location. Both of the victims sadly passed away on the scene, and the hunt was on to find Chris, who was being charged with 2 counts of first-degree unaliving. Only a little time would pass, and Chris was finally apprehended and taken to jail.
Koritnik Graves and Elena Davis were shot multiple times inside a home on Graves Avenue. We've learned from multiple police sources against Elena Davis have been building over the last few weeks. Police confirm she had a protection order against her husband, Christopher Antoine Davis, and he was wanted for felony domestic out of D'Iberville, and Gulfport police had no bond warrant on him for.
People who witnessed the are telling me disturbing details of what happened Tuesday night on Graves Avenue. Those witnesses understandably didn't want to go on camera, but they told me that Elena Davis was staying with Koritnik Graves at his home because she was hiding from her husband, Christopher Antoine Davis. The homeowner allowed me inside the house. Witnesses told me Christopher Antoine busted in around 7:30 Tuesday night and opened fire on Koritnik and Elena as they sat on this couch. These are bullet holes on the living room floor, and one even lodged into this door. Those witnesses also said just days ago, Christopher Antoine tried to burn down Elena's home on Pine Haven, a quiet neighborhood off of Highway 67. Harrison County Fire Rescue and the Sheriff's Office are investigating that as an arson, but Fire Chief Pat Sullivan told me so far no warrants have been issued related to the fire.
There have been so many opinions about what may or may not have been happening before the crime took place, but none of that matters because 2 people lost their lives. Children have lost their parents, multiple families have been destroyed, and a community is left broken. Both victims were loved, and both should still be here living life. What Chris is accused of is beyond sad, and Elena did all she could by getting a protection order and trying to hide out, but unfortunately Chris did not care and was going to stop at nothing to take both of them out. Taking another person's life is not going to heal any situation, and loved ones are left to pick up the broken pieces. My thoughts and prayers go out to the many loved ones who are now grieving, and I pray that they get the due justice in the near future. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.